All right. So let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty
The sad
of
part.
this live. The sad part. We're gonna talk about the season at a glance here. Take a quick little overview of the dumpster fire that was. So, some quick general information that we all know. 4-8 overall record, putting us at 98th in the nation
Boo!
with the 2-6 conference record.
Boo!
What makes it real sad is we only put up 19.2 points a game, putting us at 121st in the nation.
Boo!
But like we all said, like we said at the beginning of the season, and we saw throughout the season, defense stepped up, putting themselves at 68th in the nation for points per game.
Yay!
So only giving up 24.5 points a game, which, like I said,
Word.
put them at 68th overall in the nation. And another very disappointing stat here. So the offense itself put up 231 points, or the team itself put up 231 points, where Reese Verhoff accounted for over a third with 77 points, accounted for 33% of the total points, where Davion Goss, Damon June, Gio, Benjamin Hall, and Jordan Shipp all combined for 118. So your biggest contributors on offense only scored 41 more points than your kicker. No offense to Reese Verhoff, because man, you were clutch all season. And if you should have exactly. See, he knew. I've been on that bandwagon. Fire Kitchens. Freddie Kitchens does not need to be a coach for anybody anywhere at any point. I don't know how y'all didn't see that man operate in Cleveland and just thought, you know what, this will work. It won't. It won't. That's and as much as I'm gonna say, that's the reason why Bill was losing in New England up until recently. Because why you got a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays for you?
You said it was Freddie. Wait, was Freddie Kitchens really calling his plays in New England when he left?
No, Freddie Kitchens. No, that was
Okay.
Matt Patricia.
Okay, I was about to say. I was about to say, now he brought the bad offense with him.
I mean, he did bring the bad offense with him.
He did.
But unfortunately, that offense was already there.
Yeah.
Like, you retained Freddie Kitchens. You should have went ahead and let Freddie Kitchens go. I don't care if y'all friends. I don't care if y'all golf together on Sundays. Let that man go. Y'all can be friends outside of football. In this game, you just needed to win. There was money on the line. You let that man ruin your bag.
What Joel is saying is he had a $2 bet with a bobcat down in the alleyway and lost because of you.
And the bobcat won $6. So go ahead and tell me how that worked.
He's like, it don't.
It don't.
It don't.
It don't work,
bro.
It does not work.
I mean,
all. Moving on.
Defense did great because defense was 39th overall.
So per NCAA stats, they are the 39th overall defense per the NCAA stats. But per Sports Reference, they're the 68th. But I think Sports Reference was basing them off of points per game,
more than likely,
and not overall like your actual defensive stats outside of points. Because outside of points, they're 39th overall. They're top 40 out of 136 teams, allowing 211 passing yards per game, 125 rushing yards a game, and 336 total yards per game, and averaging 5.2 penalties per game, to where the offense itself is averaging 6.6. So make that make sense to me.
It doesn't.
And we're gonna talk about a couple of, MVPs, impact players of the season. So offensive MVP, hands down, Jordan Shipp. There's no argument, if, ands, or buts about it. Jordan Shipp was hands down the offensive MVP. Sure, Kobe Paysour had a good surge near the last half of the season, but we needed you. 1 through 6.
Yeah, I'll say low key. You could also put Damon June in on the lowest of low keys. On the lowest of low keys, Jake Johnson.
Oh,
On
Jack
the
Johnson? Oh,
yeah,
no, it is
Jake
Jake
Johnson.
Johnson. You're right. It is Jake Johnson.
The tight end on the lowest of low keys. Like I'm not saying
I
he
mean,
is the number one,
for his
but like
for his
on the
block, for
low
his run blocking expertise as a tight end, I
his
could
run
give him
block
definitely for an
his run
impact
block
player.
and the way he makes himself readily available as a tight end and like sit downs and in the out routes and in the flats and in the curls.
Yeah.
Jake Johnson is on the lowest of low keys a really great tight end and has a small, not a winning, but a small argument for MVP.
No, yeah, I could give him that. Defensive MVPs.
Melkart.
I had to give it to two
Melkart.
people. I had to give it to
Melkart.
Melkart
I don't know.
and Kamori.
I know you love Kamori
I had to give
House.
it to
I
both.
know you love Kamori. And honestly, if you're putting in Kamori, you need to put Thaddeus in there. If you're putting in Kamori, Thaddeus got to go in there too.
The only reason why I didn't add Thaddeus Dixon in there is because of that stint where he was injured.
We talk about impact on the field. We not talking about injuries happen. We get it, but we talking about impact on the field. Lord.
But like I said, but here's the thing. The reason why I was saying it is because even when he was out, Marcus Allen stepped up in his place. Now, was he a shutdown as Thaddeus? Absolutely not. Never going to give him that level of shutdown. But Marcus Allen stepped up and showed out while Thaddeus was out.
I was disrespecting my dog.
It's not. Listen, it is literally nothing against Thaddeus Dixon.
The skinny brothers. You disrespecting the DBs because you play linebacker. That's what this is. That's what this is.
It really ain't. It really ain't. Kamori House had almost 100. Kamori House had almost 100 tackles this season.
He loved. If Thaddeus Dixon is leading my team in tackles, we got a problem.
Then, duh. There were several teams we went against that had a safety that was leading in tackles. It don't make no sense.
I'm saying,
but what I'm saying is,
you're saying Kamori House had 100 tackles. I'm like, cool. I expect him to, because if Thaddeus Dixon is leading my team in tackles or has over 100 tackles in a season, we got a problem. Huge.
But once again, like I said, it ain't nothing against Thaddeus Dixon because Thaddeus Dixon definitely was shutting down wide receiver one all day long.
Thaddeus, he hates you.
He would take wide receiver.
He pushing agendas.
You out here pushing agendas because you think it's about big. You think it's about body.
He pushing agendas.
It's not.
He pushing agendas. He don't like the DBs. He like linebackers more. I know it. I know it in my soul. No, I know it in my
all those times.
Look upon me, left eye.
So all those weeks. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna leave you alone.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Live. We gonna die. We gonna
you about to get that disrespectful? Wow.
I was about to. We about to do that.
This guy here. This man was about to say, put it on your hairline. I know you. That's exactly what you're gonna say.
Actually, tell you the truth, wasn't even gonna be that at all. Wasn't even about to be about your hairline at all. I was actually going to leave that alone.
For once. Shocker.
In public, yes.
I'm sorry. United
once in public, yes. I was going to leave it alone.
We wear solid colors on Thursdays now. Now we a united front in public, but we got discourse behind closed doors.
Nope, I said for once in public, I was going to leave it alone. Wasn't even going to make a comment about it. Moving on, freshman of the year, I'm giving Damon June.
Yeah.
Because man stepped on the field, immediate impact on offense. Was a major part of how that run game even got started at all for the season. So, like, if it wasn't for Damon June, we probably would have been sitting here struggling trying to figure out where to go with it. Now, Benjamin Hall probably would have stepped up and did something. And then Davion Goss started stepping up near the end of the year. But if you're talking about overall performance throughout the season, Damon June is definitely it.
I mean, if we had a consistent offense, they all could have stepped up and done their thing. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. We're not going to get into that.
You know, if we had an consistent coach, we'd probably be doing pretty good. Anyway, so building blocks for the 2026 season. I think this group of guys are definitely going to be major staples going on to the next season, because if we're going to build anything worth half a damn, these guys are going to have to be a major part. So
Hopefully.
Jowdy, definitely 100%. 47 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 10 and a half sacks, one fumble and one forced fumble and a fumble recovery. CJ Mims, defensive tackling, big boy on the inside, 42 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, one forced fumble. Kamari House, 81 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 interception, 1 pass defended, and a forced fumble. Damon June, what we just talked about, 84 carries, 464 yards, averaging 5.5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, with also adding 17 receptions, 159 yards, averaging 9.4 yards a catch, and 1 touchdown on that end. Jordan Ship, without a doubt, if he stays, hopefully he stays. 60 receptions, 671 yards, averaging 11 yards a catch, 6 touchdowns, all adding with 2 carries for 8 yards, averaging 4 yards per carry on those 2 carries. Javarius Green, 13 receptions, 150 yards, and 11.5 yards per catch. So he didn't get a whole lot of reps this season, didn't play in a whole lot of games, but when when a catch needed to be made, if ball gets thrown his way, he tended to make that catch, unless it was just bad. Madrid Tucker, another freshman that we saw a good quick flash out of for that one game with 9 receptions, 45 yards, averaging 5 yards a catch. I think if he continues to build in the right direction the way that he's going, especially if Jordan Ship stays, he can be a good mentor to the kid. He's going to be a solid piece on the offense coming in. Caleb Cost, 45 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, and 5 passes defended. Overall, it was a little bit of an up and down season for him. Sure, there was some performances where it looked like, okay, where are you at all?
I felt like it was
where was
more
your head at?
downs
Where
than
were
ups.
your antennas?
Personally speaking, I felt like it
But
was more downs than ups with Caleb. That's just me.
I do. And like I said, it was a real roller coaster season for him. But I think this was a good learning curve in this particular defense, because like I said, it started to tighten up a little bit. I think he's trending in the right direction. Tyler Thompson, 25 tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 1 pass defended, and 1 forced fumble. Man, he was part of that tandem across from Melcart that was wrecking shop the last 6 weeks of the season.
The man looked good, and the man played better.
Then we got DeAndre Robinson, another big boy on the inside, 39 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, half a sack, and 1 forced fumble. I think with if both him and Mims come back next season, that is going to be an inside tandem that's going to be crazy.
Maybe we can
Because
actually
both of them made
contend
big
for the
plays when it
ACC.
came down in the run game.
Maybe we can contend in the ACC.
Oh yeah, they were part of that. They were part of that major piece. They were part of that major piece of defense. So I mean, I think at the end of the day, if you got them both on the inside, that run it's going to be hard to run on them too. Then you got Kamari House behind him, along with Makai Gabayer behind that. It's going to be hard.